Hello guys, welcome back to my third tutorial in this Python series. Today we are gonna learn about a trial and error method that Python gives built-in. So let's say try. So this we are trying for something. So let's say try print a. So we didn't declare a variable named a, and let's see what error it gives. Okay, you get a big error just because we didn't use except or finally. Okay, let's say finally. Okay, yeah. Finally print done execute. um, yeah. And then okay. So let's just remove this except for now and just print this. Okay, you're getting a name error. So when you don't want to get an error like this and you want to print one on your own, you say name error, just because the type of error you're getting is name error. Then print, you could use you got an error. Let's print it. Okay, so it says you got an error just because we've said for errors it's gonna print this and then executing just because it's done. Okay, so where you could use this trial and error method is while testing or building an application for users, which would suppose if he's entering something that's invalid in a calculator, then for giving invalid you could use the except statement. Also, when you use try, you must use except or finally, and without using try you can't use except or finally statement. So let's skip on to the next topic. So today we are also gonna learn that is very interesting, functions in Python. So you might have seen when you're saying print, it's a function f, and some other things. So let's say define some. Okay, for example we are giving a variable a that is in it, which is required, and a is gonna be our input statement. Input enter your name, and then let's print it. Print formatted hi a. Okay, so run it. It gives nothing just because you're done declaring your function. Now let's use your function. So for example, when you use print, you use a parenthesis to run it. So let's say hello. I'm taking the example of print just because it is a function that you have already known. So I'm just taking the example of it. And when you're giving hello, we have to fill the parameter a. So a is unfilled. If we unfill it, just gives an error. Yeah, we got a type error. Yeah, we could use a try or except statement for this. So let's just say parameter a. Also, anything that you give inside a function or a class is known as a parameter. Let's say a equals, so a is basically nothing but an input statement. So you're inputting hello. Yeah, okay, I just forgot. Okay, so you just give um a equals nothing, rerun it. Okay, it just asks this, and let's say my name is Bob, for example. That's interesting. Bob. Hi, Bob. See, you get in, you get it. Okay, so this is how you use this. And let's say print hello and give a some value. It asks me to enter my name, Bob again, and none. Okay, this makes no sense. So this is how you use functions. And the use of functions is that if you declare a function, you could use some short programs like this. Suppose instead of writing a equals input all the time, you could just and printing it every time you declare it. Instead of doing this, you could use a function, which is actually very useful. And there are other functional statements like input and others. So you're creating one function on your own except for the built-in functions. Okay, I'm gonna give the tip of the day for today, and it is that you could use other editors if you're feeling PyCharm as a heavy editor on your device, like Visual Studio Code. It's actually a good editor which could be used. Um, so it's very useful and it's very lightweight. So there won't be a lot of RAM usage on your computer and it would run faster. So next, let's try some other packages. Like, so you wouldn't till now you didn't import anything, so let's import something. So basically import statement is that you have means Python install some packages or some basic Python programs which may help you. So for example, there is something called random, yeah. So this is a function. So let's say random. Okay, let's print it. Print random dot. Okay, random is a Python file where you have these functions declared in the random file, and we are gonna use some of it. Let's say random, run it. It gives something random. And okay, so you have random.choice x. So let's give x as x equals a list. So what it basically does is it takes a random choice from 2, 3 and 4. Let's just run it, and there we go. We get 2 this time, and we get 3, 4, 3, 3. See, so it's okay. You're not able to understand just because we have taken some less examples, say 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 1, of course. Okay, so it choose the random number 2, then 11, which is absolutely random. So this is how we just do. I mean, suppose you're building a dice and you need to pick something random, then it just uses random. So for any doubts, just comment down below, and a like, share and a subscribe would be appreciated. See you. Bye bye.